Hello, my name is Megan Crow. I'm here to talk about a subject very close to home for me, that is living with insomnia. I've had more issues with sleep in the last 7 years than I have ever before. Most people don't think of insomnia being a problem. I mean, everyone has trouble sleeping every now and again, right? Well, what if I tell you that there are people who have issues every single night, all night long? Your first question would probably be, how do they cope? It's not easy. Most mornings are hard going. For me, I'm exhausted all of the time. Even when I actually get decent sleep, it's because I am not used to that sleep. Which leads me to this. If it's every night, you would think you'd get used to it, right? Maybe you could. However, when you wake up several times throughout the night at all different types of times, then it's impossible and it gets frustrating. You also become irritable. And the worst part is, most doctors won't take you serious, at least in my experience. They always say that it's something else: anxiety, not enough exercise, not a good routine, etc., etc. They don't try giving you anything to go on. I've gone to doctors often for lack of sleep. It's always the same. They tell me to try ABC, I do those, and they tell me I'm not doing them right. Then what do I need to do now? Nothing. Every time I try, I get knocked right back down. Some have even told me that I'm making it up. Or even better, I have kids, so lack of sleep is normal, even though it's not them waking me up. If they find out I have dogs, it's suddenly their fault. Again, it's frustrating. Some information about insomnia is it's having trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Anyone can have symptoms of it: fatigue, low energy, mood swings, unable to concentrate, and there's several types of insomnia. The most common are acute and chronic. Most people will experience acute insomnia at some point in their lives. Acute insomnia is something that happens briefly, at one point or another in your life. This happens because of things going on in your life, whether it's a new job, maybe an assignment that's due soon, or whatever, stress or worry that might be keeping you up at night. It happens, but it doesn't go on indefinitely. Eventually the stress is gone. Chronic insomnia is what I deal with. It's like acute insomnia, but it happens all the time. It's constantly throughout the week. It doesn't have to happen nightly, but for me, it practically is, but it's having it at least 3 times a week. Um, you can get help by having a good sleep pattern, though, which is hard to do. There are a lot of types of insomnia, though. There are also comorbid, onset, and maintenance insomnia. Comorbid occurs with another condition present, such as psychiatric symptoms like anxiety or depression, or medical conditions like arthritis that make you uncomfortable. Now, onset and maintenance are generally experienced with chronic insomnia. Onset is having trouble falling asleep at the end of the night, at the beginning of the night, and maintenance is being unable to stay asleep or fall back to sleep. Really, any insomnia you experience is not fun. Even if it's a one-time experience, you won't want it to happen again. I want to take us back to a point that I made earlier about coping. I'm sure you've noticed that a couple of the pictures I've used are jokes. It's a coping mechanism because it's hard to cope with anything through life without having some humor behind it. It's how I manage to live with insomnia, which there's nothing wrong with humor. Now, what does my morning consist of? A lot of coffee and hope that I won't lose my mind, metaphorically. I spend some time trying to wake up and get energy to get up out of bed. Then I do get ready for the day better. Once I'm out of bed, it's easier for me because I get a burst of energy. That energy is what helps me get myself and the kids ready for the day. Of course, when the weekend rolls around, my husband takes over the morning routine. He lets me sleep in because generally I have maybe 2 or 3 hours before the alarm, and he knows this. If not for him, I don't think I would be a very sane person currently. It takes a toll on a person when you average maybe 4 hours of sleep a night. I'm not even sure if I really enter REM sleep, considering I'm constantly waking up throughout the night. So, needless to say, insomnia equals sleep deprivation. Now, when a person is sleep deprived, you can bet that there are other issues that come from or can come forward in people's lives. My main issue, I become irritated and frustrated so easily. Not a day goes by that I'm not, which in itself is frustrating again. Now, I know I use the term frustrating a lot, but that's because it's part of my life. I don't know if I'll ever be free of my insomnia, but I can hope and wish. It can be hard at times, and truthfully, it's usually hard all the time. But you find strength when you don't think you have any. And my strength comes from one place, my home, my family. Without my kids and my husband, I don't know if I would have had the strength to deal with this. They are my strength. Whenever I think it's fading, they do something that makes me smile and makes my heart just grow more. It helps a lot. Whether I have issues with my insomnia or my depressive episodes or whatever, they help me stay strong. For normal people, there are some steps that you can take when dealing with insomnia. The most obvious, keep your room quiet, dark, and cool. I mean, who wants to go to sleep with when they're burning up, right? Definitely not me. You should also avoid naps for obvious reasons. Now, some more things to avoid are caffeine too late. You need exercise, but not right before bedtime. That's bad. If you do need noise to fall asleep, make sure it's a white noise or a calming noise. And obviously, stick to a regular sleep routine or schedule. Do not go to bed at odd ends of night, every night. Now, would I give anything to be rid of my insomnia? Hell yeah. I would have to be insane to say no. However, it has made me realize how strong I can be. It has also made me realize that what I can go through and come out perfectly fine. There are bumps in the road. That's life for you. But I'm not going to let insomnia stop me. Thank you.